Hello friends! Today we're learning about structures of animals. This is an interactive video that you'll pause at different points so you can complete an activity. When it's your turn to do some work, I'll ask you to pause the video and you'll see this image with directions. This is going to be a lot of fun, so let's get started. First, I'll explain the learning targets, or what you should know and be able to do by the end of the lesson. Here they are. I can explain what structure means, and I can create a scientific drawing to label animal structures. To begin, let's look at the photo of this dog. What parts does he have? Take a moment to observe the photo and try to find some of the different parts of his body. What parts did you notice? I noticed that he has eyes, big strong legs, paws with nails, sharp teeth, fur, a tail, a tongue, ears, and a long nose and mouth, which is called a snout. When we talk about the parts of the dog, we're talking about its structure. All animals have different structures or parts that help them to survive, grow, and meet their needs. In a moment, I'm going to ask you to pause the video and find someone or something to share your learning with. You can explain that when we talk about animal structures, we're talking about the parts of the animal. Pause the video now to find a friend, family member, pet, or stuffed animal, and explain what structure means. How did you do? Were you able to explain that animal structures are their different parts? That's great! Now let's think about another animal. Here's a photo of a tortoise and a drawing that I made by observing the photo. When I observe something, I'm looking for all the details that I can find, just like a scientist would. You might notice that I did my best to make my drawing look realistic. It's not perfect, and that's okay, but I drew it as best I could, and the colors match the colors of the tortoise in the photo. When scientists make observations and drawings, it's important that the parts are the right color, size, and shape. It's time for our first activity. You're going to use the photo of the tortoise to create your own scientific drawing, just like I did. Look carefully at the photo to observe as many details as you can. You'll need to get a piece of paper and a pencil, and if you'd like to add color to your drawing, you can get markers or colored pencils. Be sure to use the correct scientific colors. When you're finished with your drawing, you can play the video to continue our lesson. I'll see you back here in just a few minutes. Great, so now you've finished your drawing. It's time to add our labels, and that will turn our drawing into a diagram. A diagram shows the parts of something. You might have seen some examples in books you've read. Here are some of the labels that I'm putting in my diagram. Pause the video here to add your labels. Super! You've turned your drawing into a scientific diagram. The parts you've labeled are some of the structures of the tortoise. You may have included its shell, legs, tail, claws, eyes, nostrils, and mouth. All of those parts you labeled are the structures. If you're missing any details that you'd like to add to your diagram, you can pause the video here to add them. We're almost through our lesson, so let's check on our understanding by revisiting our learning targets. They were, I can explain what structure means, and I can create a scientific drawing to label animal structures. Do you think that you can explain what structure means? It's how something is made up or put together. We talked about the structure of animals and we focused on their parts. We've looked at the structures or parts of two animals, a dog and a tortoise. Were you able to create your own diagram to show the structures of the tortoise? If so, you're ready for our next lesson. You'll learn about structures of plants. Once you've completed the next video, I'll show you how you can earn a special badge to celebrate your learning. Great work, friends. I'll see you soon.